Fairview will host Pocola on Friday. Pocola is 8-2 and finished second in 8-3 before defeating Pawnee in the first round of the playoffs last week. Mark Rogers, Pocola at Fairview.
Ooh, tough game. Tough game. Pocola played the defending champs Rejoice Christian to a very, very tight game. Had a chance to win it in the fourth quarter on their home field a little bit earlier. So these are two teams that you're probably not going to see match up ever again unless it's in the playoffs like this. What Haddon Miller had a great week. Had over 300 yards receiving for Fairview in that game against Hobart. So this is a team I think that can run it and throw it. Um, I've always been impressed with the intensity that Fairview plays defense with. They're sure tacklers. Um, they'll have their hands full in this one, but I'm going to go with Fairview. And I think that this is one of those bus trips that's just so hard to overcome. Having to be on the bus for 5 hours, one of the longest trips will be taken this weekend by Pocola. So I'll go Fairview, but it'll be a close game.
Sean.
It was a tough game, like Mark said. Two really really good teams that are playing well. Pocola, their only two losses this year are Vian and then Rejoice, both close games. Fairview's got that one loss on the year, so two really good teams that are both playing well. I'm going to agree with everything Mark said. I'm going to pick Fairview just in a close one for the same reasons he did. But I could see this game going either way. But I'll go with the Yellow Jackets at home.
Shaq, you played Fairview a couple of weeks ago. Give us your thoughts on this matchup with Pocola.
Yeah, we did. And I had Coach Bernard send me some Pocola film because I'm a weirdo and like to watch a bunch of football tape. But Pocola's legit. They've got some freaks. They really do. Their quarterback's really good. I think he's thrown for over 6,000 yards or 7,000 yards, something like that in his career. And he's got some weapons on the outside that he can spin it out there too. And Mark's right. They had a legitimate chance to beat Rejoice. The Vian score is way different than what the game was. It was a one-score game with about 3 minutes left in the game. And Pocola had some opportunities in that game to make it a lot different. They just had some unfortunate things happen at the end. The score kind of got away from them, but they're if it was on a neutral field, I'd say Pocola was probably going to win. The thing about Fairview that's kind of wild, since Jacob and Adam and those guys decided to put their name on the turf at Fairview, I don't think Fairview hasn't lost a home game. So it's a tough place to play. They play a whole lot different at home than they do on the road, just like a lot of people do. And having home field advantage in the playoffs at some places really matters. And I think at a place like Fairview, it really matters. So I think it's going to be high scoring. It might be one of those deals that whoever gets it last has a chance to win. But I'm going to take Coach Bernard, who I think does an incredible job, is one of the better coaches in our state. But I'm going to take the Yellow Jackets in a squeaker at home. But I think all four of the quarterfinal games in Class A have opportunities to be just incredible football games and could go probably either way. And I think Class A is as wide open as it's been probably since 2018. But I'll take Fairview maybe on a last second field goal.
Coach Elbert.
Man, this is a great game on paper. It's a great game on the field. 4 hours and 15 minutes, 280 miles of a bus ride. It's a pick'em game. And Jacob, I did know that the Diesel Horse were from Fairview. I was aware of that.
Yeah.
But I got to say, Coach Shack talks about the Pocola quarterback being a dude. Well, Coach Shack also has a dude at Cashin. And, Cashin didn't quite get it done against Fairview a couple of weeks ago. And I think all signs point to Fairview. But I'm super impressed with Pocola's win over Pawnee. I know how Pawnee plays. I know the physicality. I know the style of offense. So I'm going to go against the grain and go with Pocola.
Jacob Dieselhorst.
Wow. That's risky. That's risky business. Yeah, no, I mean, kudos to Pocola. that's a big time winning over Pawnee and getting to advance. And we've been talking about how a Class A1 is going to be, even the second round games were all, semifinal quality games. And now you're getting into the quarters, and all these matchups are just tough games to pick, tough games to call, except this one. I feel pretty confident about this. The Yellow Jackets are just too talented and at every position. It seems like I think they feel like they Coach Bernard does a good job of finding kids to play the positions and buy into playing their positions, playing their positions well. They play like a team. They've been, since that loss at Tonkawa, they won 8 in a row. I feel like they've gotten better every week. Home field's a big deal too. I've got them a 9.5 point favorite, and I think they cover and win 38-28 and move on. Go Jackets.
Coach Ellerick is making his final appearance tonight on the show, coming on this Squirtle Pick'em show, picking against Fairview. So it's Chris, it's been good to see you.
No, not at all. We like the diversity over here.
Well, if Fairview does move on, they will face the winner of the Tonkawa Minko game in the semifinals.